in your local communities is the Chamber of Commerce. A lot of people are familiar of, at least
They've
have heard
maybe
of,
heard the name.
heard of it or saw the placard in a business, that they're a member, and maybe you don't really understand what that membership includes. Um, but they're definitely a good resource to be a part of. Not only that it's an excellent way to do marketing, not marketing, networking, but just the fact that you know if you're wanting, let's say you're starting a new business and you want to hold a ribbon cutting event, they do an excellent job of gathering a lot of people to your business to do that ribbon cutting, or even like a re-grand opening if you've been open for a few years and you're maybe moving locations.
Right.
They can get all the members together and provide a good a good outcome for that.
Right, a good kickoff to your. A couple of businesses in town did, like you said, a re-grand opening. So even if you're not a new business, if you launch a new product, if you open or do a renovation to your building or whatever the case, I mean they'll do an event for basically anything that you want. So
absolutely, and I mean I can't tell you how many people we've met just by going to these different events. It's just a great way to meet people like ourselves, small business owners, and you get to just connect that way. That in itself is huge.
Right.
And it's kind of one of those things. They do all sorts of other things. They'll provide free workshops and things like that. You can even get involved with government matters in the local area to see what's kind of going on and how that's going to affect your business. But I kind of look at it, the more you are involved with the chamber, the more you get out of it.
Right.
So if you just a chamber member, just to say you're a chamber member and they don't do anything for us, but are you actually participating?
Right. And as an example to that, just thinking of it is so our local chambers, we got two local chambers. So we got the Monroe Chamber of Commerce and the West Monroe Chamber of Commerce. So just as an example, the West Monroe Chamber has something that's called hot deals. So they have hot deals and member-to-member deals. Basically what that means is you have the ability to push deals for your business. So if you do a service or a product, you could essentially market and broadcast that advertising to the membership at no additional cost.
Right.
So even if you look at it as, oh, well, man, if I could only reach this type of, this set of people or whatever, I mean, the tool already exists. Just it's there. So, one of the things that we look when we're looking at numbers. So between the Monroe Chamber and the West Monroe Chamber, Monroe Chamber's annual fee is it's $325. And this is the smallest membership fee, so I'm going more small business. So $325 is the smallest, and then $250 is the smallest for the West Monroe Chamber. But anyway, if you just average those and you divided it out by 12, for the year, that's less than $30 a month.
Right.
And I mean, if you just think of that in advertising and marketing dollars, I mean, you spend $30 like.
I mean, it's very easy to come across just one person that you meet, and they potentially you get a sell out of it in that whole entire year, and you make your money back just that, or just having a ribbon cutting event. That's in itself is worth that much money.
Correct.
So definitely a good resource to be a part of.
Yeah, for sure. And then I mean, we've talked a lot about the chambers, but the chamber's main functions in our communities is to advocate for business. Mm-hmm. So they are in business to help us as small business owners. That's what they are trying to do. So even if you say, well, I'm not too sure or whatever, just go talk to them and ask them the questions of how can you help me? And even if they're not actively doing something, they'll likely put their heads together and try to see, if you might force them to do something new that they would gladly do because it's going to benefit the rest of their membership. So, so, and again, that's how much do you want to be involved versus, how much you want to put in it to get
to get out of it. Yeah.
So,
right.
So Monroe Chamber, West Monroe Chamber. If you're not a member of either, definitely recommend going. Checking them out, learning more about them, and you advocating for small businesses by having a membership of some sort.
Yeah.